Lirata dilo. Guys, yo, I watch too much TVA. Purr, baby, purr! You guys look like you have great sex. Whoa. I fucking love school, bro. You can't save money if you're not making money. Now the serious questions are starting. Now they are starting. They're coming in hot.
I can't believe I believed everything we had was less. So young and naive of me to think she was from your past. Silly of me to dream of one day having your kids. Love is so blind, it feels right when it's wrong. I can't believe I fell for your schemes. I'm smarter than that. Dumb and naive to believe.
Hey angels, and welcome back to Shawty Creations. If you guys are new to my channel, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you're not new to my channel, then you already know the vibes, bitch. As you guys can already tell from the title of this video, we are going to be doing a chit chat, a Q&A. I asked you guys to ask me a few questions on Instagram, and let me tell you one thing about you guys. You like things. But we're gonna get into it. And before we start this video, I'd like to give a huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video, which is Skillshare, and we'll get more into it later in the video, so stay tuned for that. If you guys want to be part of these conversations and you want to be able to ask me questions, please do follow me on my Instagram, because that's where I ask you guys for topic suggestions, I ask you guys for advice, and I also ask you guys if you have any questions to ask for videos like these. So if you do want to participate, follow me on Instagram so that you guys can be part of the conversation. So without wasting any more time, let's get into today's video. Have you ever doubted the path that you're on? Not for a second. Which is pretty weird considering the fact that over the years I have kind of changed career paths, if I can say. I've changed as a person, my interests have changed, but in every phase that I've been in, I have been sure about where I am. Because in high school, I thought I was going to be a chartered accountant. I was like, I'm going to be a chartered accountant. I'll do acting on the side because my first love is the entertainment industry. But that's what I'm gonna do. I want to make money, you know, that's the plan. And then I changed and I decided to just focus on the acting. And even when I went to after, I changed and I was like, I want to be a producer. But in every space that I've been in, like when I wanted to be a chartered accountant, when I wanted to be an actress, I've always felt like that's where I'm supposed to be. So it just shows that like every path that you have is part of the bigger destination. So I've never doubted where I am, and I've never doubted the path that I am on. And yeah, I'm just so grateful to have parents who support everything I want to do. Ooh, did it hurt the first time you did the deed? I know I said raw and unfiltered, but I did not mean raw and unfiltered. How do you feel about girlfriend allowance? I don't really think I feel any way about a girlfriend allowance, but let me tell you one thing. One thing I don't understand about this whole girlfriend allowance chat is like the expectations, guys. We are both in varsity. Hypothetically, you're in varsity with this person. You guys probably matriculated at the same time. You're in the same year. Maybe your circumstances are not the same, but let's just put it as it is, right? This person probably doesn't work. You don't work yourself. And now you expect this person to take out of their allowance, which is just for them to live. Do you understand? Like the allowance that you get from your parents is literally just for you to eat and to like survive on a day-to-day basis. And then you have a partner who also wants you to provide for them on top of that. Guys, please, the expectations. Like, let's stop it. Please, if you want a girlfriend allowance, date a working man. Somebody who can provide, somebody who's working, but you can't expect such things from someone who's like on the same level as you. You yourself don't have a job. Guys, let's leave the expectations. However, I feel like you should be able to lean on your partner like in times of need. You know, sometimes there are those times in the month when it's rough, guys. Like it's really rough. And I don't think there's anything wrong with asking your partner like, yo, this is what's happening. Can I please have, you know, whatever just to get to school or whatever the case may be, but they shouldn't be your provider. Like, you have parents for that. Guys, there are so many people asking me this now and I don't understand. I'm not sure if I should be offended or what. Somebody's asking, can you please talk about weight gain? I've been trying to gain weight for the past 2 years. Guys, I'm triggered. I am not actively trying to gain weight, okay? I'm actually trying to do the complete opposite. So when people ask me about like weight gain tips, I'm just like, I don't know how to feel about it. Like, I genuinely don't know. And One person who would be great to watch, who has actually documented, not really documented, but she's given advice from her journey, is Marangi M. I will link that video down below so that all those people asking me about weight gain tips, please watch that video. I watched it as well, even though I'm not like actively trying to gain weight, but I just love Marangi, so like obviously. So please do watch that video if you guys want weight gain tips. I'm trying to lose weight. Please stop asking me about weight gain tips because it's very triggering. Okay, I know this is off topic, but can we get a story time about your MD proposal? You are definitely an OG follower because this happened in matric. Y'all, let me tell y'all, let me give y'all a little story time. Guys, when I was in high school, I used to watch the show called Promposal. I don't know if you guys know it. If you know it, you're a real one, you're an OG. Let me know down below. So I used to watch this show called Promposal, where it's basically these people in America who like propose to the person they want to take to prom. Yo guys, they used to do these extravagant things in front of the whole school, and I was like, when I'm in matric, I'm gonna do that for whoever I want to take to my MD. So matric came and I was like, okay, you know, it's time, my time has arrived. And I was like, guys, I'm gonna do this. So I called like some of my friends together. I was like, guys, I really want to do this proposal because I want to ask Tato, obviously, to my matric dance, but I want to be grand, I want to be special, I want to be extra because I'm just that girl. So we planned a whole routine, guys. Let me tell you, dance choreography. I did a whole montage of videos of us. Like I was prepared. Outfits, masks, guys. It was just like the dopest thing ever. So I spoke to my principal. And I spoke to the principal of his school and I was like, okay, this is what I'm planning, this is what I want to do. Y'all cool with it? They were on board. Like, guys, when I tell you, like, my high school was literally the best. Like, please don't tell me nothing. So that's what I did. And then I got up on stage with my friends. I did the whole performance. I had the video playing in the background, the whole song, the whole thing. Had the cards to ask him to MD and he said yes. So yeah, that's basically what happened. Guys, yo, I watched too much TVA. So since we're already on the topic of high school, someone is asking, how was your matric year? I've never really heard you speak about it. Yo, let me tell y'all about the best year of my life. If I could relive that year, exams included, I would do it in a heartbeat. I always say this to my parents. Them deciding to move me to a new school from grade 10 to matric is the best decision they ever could have made for me, because the teachers at that school, the people that I met at that school, ultimately made me the person that I am today. And I get so emotional even speaking about it or thinking about it, because I remember even when I went back to my old school, I think it was last year, I got so emotional because I have genuinely found a family in those people, and my high school can really pride themselves in saying they pick the best teachers. They don't just pick people who can teach well. Not only can they teach well, but there's an emotional support that I got in high school that I don't think I would have been the person that I am today if I didn't have that. Like, they supported me emotionally when like things were not like really great. I always knew that I could lean on those people. And you know, you spend so much time at school, guys. Those people become your family. You spend more time at school than you do with your family, your actual family. So guys, matric was the best. Actually, my whole 3 years at the school, absolute best. Like, I would give the world just to have one more year there. Is your dad in your life? Seeing that you hardly post him. Yes, my dad is in my life. I just don't live with him, number one, so I don't spend as much time with him as I would like to. Also, he's not really like my mom, as in like in front of the camera, let's do a YouTube video type of person. So yeah, that's kind of how he is. He's a little bit weird, but like, I love my dad. He's so cool. He's cool and weird at the same time. But yes, he is in my life. He's just not on my social life. How do you think a young female in first year uni can save allowance money? You can't save allowance money. You can't save money if you're not making money. Basically, your allowance is for you to live. It's for you to survive on an everyday basis. It's for you to eat, to get to school, maybe a little bit of pleasure here and there, but that's ultimately what your allowance is for. What you should be saving is the money that you make. My mom has always instilled like saving into me and into like my siblings as well. I'm not the best saver because I literally save for something. Like, that's the motivation that I need. I need to save for something. So like, I literally be saving up for like that something, and then once I get it, I start again. There's something else that I want, you know. That's kind of been like the way that I've been able to save. Maybe it's not that great, but yeah, it's been working for me. But you can only save if you're making money. So if you say every time like I make money from this job or this shift or whatever, and you say to yourself, I'm gonna put aside 20% of that or 50% of that, because you're already living. Do you know what I'm saying? You have that allowance for you to live. So the money that you're making on the side is not to live. Do you get me? It's for the other nice things in life. So take like 50% of what you make, put that away and save, and then the other 50% you can do what you want with it. But ultimately you can't save from your allowance. You actually shouldn't, because a girl gotta eat. A lot of people have been asking me for like money saving tips and all of these things. First, start by making the money, because when you make the money, then you can save the money. And people have been asking me, where do you work? How can students make money? How can, you know, all these other questions about work. Let me tell you something about this industry, or the entertainment industry, or whatever industry you want to go in. The industry wants multi-skilled people. You can't just be good at one thing. So this industry wants people who are good at multiple things, or who can at least do something else, because they'd rather pay for someone who's multi-skilled, pay more for someone who's multi-skilled, which will save them in the long run, than having to hire different people for different things. You can't only know how to do what you're studying, because most people don't even end up in the career that they're studying. And like, life happens. You should be able to hustle, you should be able to do this and that and that. And that's why like work industries prefer people who are multi-skilled. And that's also why I've been such a proud partner, and I've enjoyed working with Skillshare and also sharing with you guys my Skillshare journey, because it allows you to gain skills in other things, like some things that you might even be interested in, but it won't necessarily be your career. But when you have skills, guys, let me tell you, when you have skills in different things, you are more employable, and also you can hustle because you have skills in like more than just what you're studying. And now that we're on the topic of Skillshare, let me actually share it to those who are first time watchers on my channel and who do not necessarily know what or who Skillshare is. So Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes, and this is where creative and curious people come together to take their next step in their creative journey. I think it's a great resource for freelancers and for entrepreneurs, just to help you learn new skills so that it can support your side hustle, or if you want to change careers, or you're interested in something and you just want to learn more about it, this is a great platform for you to do so. Now, I myself have taken a lot of classes on Skillshare, and they've proved to be really helpful, especially when I decide to intern somewhere, or I'm offering myself to a company and I'm saying to them, listen, let me tell you why you need me. It's because I know how to do 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it's things that are also outside my degree because I've learned them on Skillshare. Right now, I'm taking a new class on Skillshare, which is titled Video Editing with Final Cut Pro X from Beginner to YouTuber, and this class is taught by Ali Abdal. He is a doctor and YouTuber, and because a lot of people have been asking him how he edits his videos, how he adds some really cool effects and graphics, he's taken his knowledge to Skillshare to share with the rest of us. So as some of you may know, if you follow me on Instagram, I recently bought myself a MacBook Pro because I am trying to take my content to the next level, which is exactly why I'm taking this class. I really want to start editing on Final Cut Pro. Some of my favorite YouTubers use Final Cut Pro, and the reason that I took this class is because I want to learn the basics of this app. Now, I'm someone who's gotten really comfortable with the editing software that I use now, but I know I do want to take my editing to the next level, and that's basically what you learn in this class. You learn everything you need to know to get started on Final Cut Pro X, and also how to take your editing to the next level. In this class, we learn about A-cut assembly, B-roll, and also codes of polish like music, sound effects, color grading, EQ, transitions, titles, all of those things, which I'm really interested in. More than anything, I know how to do a basic edit, but what was important is learning keyboard shortcuts, because I'm no longer editing on my phone and now I'm editing on my laptop. So keyboard shortcuts and how to edit efficiently and as fast as possible. I've really been enjoying this class for that reason, and I'm currently editing this video using this platform, so I really hope you guys can see a little bit of a difference. You can see what I've done with some of the effects, because what's most important to me when using this app are the codes of polish. So if you guys are interested in learning new skills and taking your creativity to the next level, Skillshare is currently offering a 1-month free trial of Skillshare Premium. And on Skillshare Premium, you have access to a variety of different classes, from illustration to productivity, video editing, you name it. Search it on Skillshare and it will probably be there. So if you guys want to get your hands on the 1-month free trial of Skillshare, click the link in my description and get started. How open are you to small YouTubers asking advice? I literally have a video on my channel where it says 10 things I wish I knew before starting my YouTube channel, and most of the people who ask me for YouTube advice, the things you ask me are in that video. So please do check that video, and if there are questions that you still have even after that video, you can pop me a DM. Actually, pop me an email. Please don't DM me, guys. I don't really respond to DMs, but just know, like, if you send me an email, like, I'll most likely respond to the email. So send me an email if your question hasn't been answered. What's your plan after varsity? Whew. That's between me and my God. In Jesus' name, amen. Which accommodation do you live in and how much is it? I stay at the campus student accommodation. A lot of people already noticed, so I'm not scared to say it's on camera. You guys can check it out. Check out the website for their prices and all those details, like everything school-wise, school accommodation, guys, it's there. You just have to search on Google. That's what you all have to do. How do you manage all this stuff? Everybody's asking me how I juggle all of this. Yeah, I don't know, guys. It's by the grace of this universe that I'm able to be 100 people in one. What does your mom do for a living? My mom does a lot of things, guys. My mom is a businesswoman. She's an entrepreneur. She's everything. She's a superwoman. She is a super mom. She's a super woman. She's a super businesswoman. Like, she's everything. She's every woman. It's all in her. I hope she watches this video. I'm currently in a long distance relationship. What advice can you give? Don't do it. Child, don't do it. Long distance relationship require a lot of trust, number one, and also communication and making time for the person. I feel like these 3 things are important in any relationship, but even more important in long distance relationship because you are so far apart and because you don't spend as much time together. Are you on birth control? If so, which one, and how did you find out it would be suitable for you? I actually did speak about this in another video. I think it's like girl chat that I released during Vlogmas, where I did talk about, you know, my birth control experiences and kind of the horrific experiences I have had. So I'd suggest you watch that video for like more in depth. But I am on birth control, and I'm on a birth control called Promposal. It's been so great for me, no side effects. But also remember, every birth control is subject to everyone's experiences and what they've been through. So for me, Promposal has been so great. It's been amazing. One that did give me like some side effects was Yaz and Yaz Plus, so I wouldn't recommend it, but please do watch that video so you can get like more in depth. I'll link it somewhere up here or down below. How are you and Bae able to keep the spark in the relationship? Yo, guys, I cannot tell you how long I've looked at this question and I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna say. I really don't know what I'm gonna say. Jesus is a lot. I don't know how to answer this question because the spark has just always been there. I've never actively had to be like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna keep the spark going? Like, what are we gonna do now? Like, it's effortless, you know. It's so effortless that even answering this question is difficult. Is this your final year of studying? If so, how have you been finding it? Yes, this is my 3rd and final year of my degree, and it's been hectic, guys. Like, I don't even know how else to describe it. It's really been tough. I think the jump between 2nd year and 3rd year was just so huge. The stakes are higher. People are trying to win awards. We're thinking of life after school. We're thinking of what we want to leave behind. What's our legacy? You know, what do you want to take with you when you leave out into the real world, you know? So it's very intense. It's battle of the fittest, and I'm in the race. How did you apply it after? Did you get a bursary or did you pay it off? Okay, first question, how I applied it after. I simply went on the after website and I applied through the website, submitted all the documents that I needed, answered the questions that they asked me, and that was literally it. Did I get a bursary or did I pay it off? I didn't have a bursary when I applied it after. I didn't have a bursary or scholarship. My parents did pay for the tuition fees for first and second year. I am currently on a scholarship with Netflix, which is so great. I'm currently on Netflix's Creative Equity Scholarship Fund. I'm one of 18 people in the SADC countries to get the scholarship, so I'm very happy about that. Woo! Well, if you guys did see on my close friends, well, my close friends do know that I do have this bursary, so I am currently on a scholarship, but the first 2 years of my degree I wasn't on a scholarship or a bursary. What has been your biggest highlight so far in this year? Yo guys, there's been so many, but honestly the biggest highlight has to be like receiving the Netflix scholarship. Like, it was the biggest of my life. Like, it's crazy. Like, it's huge. It's a big deal, you know. So that's definitely been like such a highlight, because my mom is a single parent, so, and she pays all my tuition fees, like where I stay, everything. So to be able to kind of take the load off makes me feel good. Like, above being like, yo, I have a scholarship from Netflix, like above that, just being able to help your parents, because guys, it's a lot and they've invested so much into my dreams. So the little that I can help to give back, it feels great. So that's been my biggest highlight this year. Purr, baby, purr. How did you become an influencer? I'm not an influencer actually. I just really love making YouTube videos. What culture are you, Xhosa or Zulu? I'm Xhosa. My dad is Xhosa and my mom is Tswana. Hey Shawty, I wanted to ask about some undergraduate bursaries available for AFDA. A lot of people ask me about bursaries, like bursary recommendations and all of that. People even ask if I'm on a bursary, which I did tell you guys I am currently on a scholarship with Netflix. But in terms of bursaries in this industry is very hard. Oh, I'm sorry about that. But in terms of like getting bursaries and scholarships, like it's very difficult in our industry because there are only limited amounts of bursaries. So basically I went to like the office at my school and I spoke to the lady at the reception. I was like, you know, I really would like a list of, you know, bursary opportunities. And basically what she did is she just added me to a chain of emails where every time there's a bursary opportunity or scholarships, they send it to the people who are on this chain. So if I had never asked, I never would have been on this chain to be able to see the emails that come in. So that's basically what I did. So now every time there's a bursary that's open or scholarship that's open for application, they send it through, and that's how I've been applying. I've applied to quite a few, but I know like one that a lot of people talk about is the NFVF. Even the Netflix scholarship, I was sent to it by my school. So it's like, it's kind of great to be on that chain because as soon as it opens, like the day that it opens, they send it through to us, even if they know about it before it opens, just so that you can kind of get prepared on what documents you might need. But just go to your school and literally ask them to add you to the chain of emails. And yeah, like it's ones that I wouldn't have known about if I wasn't on that chain. So there's a little bit of a tip, yeah. Do you love or like school? I fucking love school, bro. Which management team are you signed with? I'm not under any management. I'm not signed under anybody. Okay, so this next question, a lot of people have asked me this question in like different ways. So I'm kind of gonna put all of it in one, right? So the question is, how do you balance work, YouTube, varsity, family, and your relationships? Whew, it's hard. It's very hard. The best way for me to be able to pour into all these aspects of my life is to pour into myself first. I'm someone who really enjoys their space, right? And obviously, like, I need to spend time with family, I need to spend time with friends, I need to spend time doing school stuff, and that also involves other people. So it's giving my energy to other people, my relationship and all of that. But I also really love my own space, you know? So for me to give the best to all those things, I need to be able to pour into my cup. You can't pour into everybody else's cup if yours is empty. You only pour if you're overflowing. So I love to do things that are just for me, like just things that I love to do for me. I really love being in my own space, hey? Like, I love being alone. I love watching like the weirdest shows that everybody looks at me like this for watching, you know? I watch cartoons. Like, I just love to do things that are just for me. Not things that me and Sbansban enjoy, me and whoever enjoy. Just stuff that I like doing, because when I'm fulfilled and I'm in a happy place, like distributing my happiness across all these platforms is so easy. Do you think you're ready to move in with your man? Whew. Now the serious questions are starting. Now they are starting. They're coming in hot. I think we're still young. There are so many things that are involved, like with moving in with someone. If you move in with someone, you guys are moving into a place together. You're not moving into a place that your parents are renting for you. Do you get what I'm saying? So financially, I don't think we're at the point to move in together. Also because we are people who enjoy our own spaces as much as we enjoy each other's company. So if we were to live together, I would need my own Shawty Creations room where I can record and I could do my thing. He would need his own room to do like his video games and his work and to do his thing, and then we would have our room together. So to move in together, we need a 3-bedroom apartment or 3-bedroom house. So financially, we're not there. So if financially you're not there, everything is practically like useless. Do you and Tato live together in one home? No, we do not. I visit him on the weekends, or like when I have some days off, or during the holidays, because school is very, very hectic and I'm on campus and he lives far from my school. So like I literally cannot be fighting and sitting with him as much as I'd want to, but like I need to be here so that I can travel to school and yeah, just to focus, and he can also focus on school when he's by himself. But on the weekend, it goes up, mama. You guys look like you have great sex. Whoa. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say too much. Y'all, y'all be liking things. Y'all be liking things. I know I said we should be, you know, raw and unfiltered, but damn, that wasn't even a question. Alright angels, so we have officially come to the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for participating, sending in your questions, and allowing me to sit here, catch up with you guys, answer some of your questions, because some of you guys took raw and unfiltered to the extreme. Do let me know what you guys think of these Q&A videos. Do you guys want dedicated videos like school, advice about saving money, all of those things that a lot of you guys asked? Do let me know in the comment section. And also, if you guys are interested in Skillshare, please don't forget to click for the 1-month free trial of Skillshare Premium. And a huge thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.
Myself and that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out. And it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on I'm gonna be my own best friend. Be myself and that's all I got.